Hello and welcome, my dear friend. Take a deep breath. Feel the weight of this moment. There's a strange energy in the air, like the last few seconds before dawn, when the sky is still soaked in darkness but whispers of gold are creeping in. This is where you are right now, on the verge, suspended between what was and what is about to be. And I know the in-between can feel unsettling, almost too still, like the universe is holding its breath, waiting for you to take the next step. But here's what I need you to understand. This stillness is not emptiness. It is the sacred space before transformation. For so long, you have lived with a certain rhythm, a pattern woven into your very bones. Anticipation, caution, survival. Always watching, always preparing for the next impact. Maybe you don't even realize how deeply ingrained this is. Maybe it feels normal to carry that low hum of tension in your body, the silent expectation that something could go wrong at any moment, because for so much of your life, it did. But listen to me. That chapter is over. Not because I say so, but because you already know it. You can feel it in the quiet corners of your mind, in the way your body no longer clenches as tightly as it once did. And yet, I know how tricky this transition is. The mind doesn't like change, even when the change is good. It clings to the familiar, even when the familiar is pain. So here you are, standing at the threshold of something new, something softer, something safer. Yet a part of you hesitates. A part of you wonders, is this real? Can I trust this? That's the funny thing about healing. It doesn't always feel like light pouring in through the windows. Sometimes it feels like discomfort, like uncertainty, like standing in a room that was once filled with noise and realizing suddenly that it is silent, that there is no longer an enemy to fight, no battle to brace yourself against. And that in itself can be unsettling. Because what happens when the struggle is over? What happens when you no longer have to survive, but are free to simply live? This is the moment where many people unknowingly hold themselves back. Not because they want to, but because they don't know how to exist without the weight they've carried for so long. It's like a warrior stepping off the battlefield after years of war, armor still clinging to their body, fists still clenched. Even when the war is gone, the instinct remains. But my dear friend, you are not in battle anymore. You are in a different space now. And the universe is whispering to you, it is safe to lay it down. The armor, the hypervigilance, the need to brace for impact, it is not needed here. You have done the work. You have rebuilt your foundation. The ground beneath your feet is steady now. But you have to be the one to trust it. And I know, life isn't suddenly perfect. Just because you've done the work, just because you've come so far, doesn't mean the world has stopped throwing challenges your way. Maybe you're still waiting for financial relief. Maybe loneliness feels heavier than you'd like to admit. These things don't just vanish overnight, but something shifts. You begin to see them through a different lens. Instead of feeling stuck, you start asking, what can I do about this? Maybe you place yourself in spaces where like-minded people gather, something you wouldn't have done before, but now you see yourself capable of. Maybe you look at your financial situation and think, what skills do I have? And suddenly, the idea of painting, selling handmade crafts, or even creating a small documentary about your own experiences feels possible. And this is not about the thing you choose to change. This is trust in action. The moment you take one step forward, the universe takes 10 toward you. Not because struggle magically disappears, but because you're no longer facing it the same way. You are meeting life with faith instead of fear, and that alone changes everything. And sometimes it's hard to accept that we've overcome hard times. It's as if we were defined by them. When we met friends, we used to talk about the injustices in the world or how difficult life was. Then, suddenly, we have nothing to complain about. This sometimes brings embarrassment, perhaps. It's as if we think we have to suffer, or that it's unfair to others for us to experience joy. And that's just the mind resisting change, as it often does. So I ask you, what would it feel like to let go just a little? To loosen your grip on the fear that has been your companion for so long? What would it feel like to step into this new space with open arms instead of clenched fists? Because here's the truth. Your life is no longer something you have to survive. It is something you are meant to experience. And that means joy. That means softness. That means play. I know, play might be a foreign concept to you. Maybe it was something you were never given the luxury of as a child. Maybe responsibility replaced wonder far too soon. Maybe every time you let your guard down, something came along to remind you why you shouldn't have. And so, at some point, you stopped allowing yourself to be light, to be free, to be unguarded. But you were never meant to live in perpetual readiness for pain. There is so much more waiting for you beyond the patterns you were taught. There is laughter waiting to bubble up from your chest, movement waiting to shake the stiffness from your bones, creativity waiting to spill from your fingertips. There is a version of you that is aching to be rediscovered, the one who delights in the smallest things, who finds magic in the ordinary, who does not apologize for existing in full, vibrant color. And it is time to meet that version of you again. So here's what I want you to do. Pause, just for a moment. Let this idea settle into your body. Imagine what it would feel like to wake up without the silent expectation of struggle. Imagine moving through your day without analyzing every moment for potential threats. Imagine laughing, not because you should, but because something deep inside of you remembers how. This is not a distant dream. It is real. It is happening. It is unfolding right now. The wheels of fate are turning, and for the first time in a long time, they are turning in your favor. You are safe now. You are safe to exist in this moment. You are safe to breathe a little easier, to exhale the weight you've been holding. You are safe to play. Because trust me, this chapter is going to be different. And now, let's go deeper. Because it's one thing to hear these words, to let them brush against your skin like a passing breeze, but it's another thing entirely to feel them settle into your bones. To truly believe that this new chapter is not a fleeting illusion, but something real, something solid, something that belongs to you. So let's sit with this. Let's sit with the idea that you are allowed to live a different kind of life now. A life that is not dictated by fear, by anticipation of the worst, by the need to always be 10 steps ahead just to feel some sense of control. What would it mean to wake up each day and not have to fight for your peace, but to know that it is your natural state? Because that's the thing. They don't tell you this when you're clawing your way out of survival mode, but peace isn't something you have to chase. It's not a prize at the end of some long, grueling road. It's already inside you. It has always been inside you. It was just buried beneath layers of pain, of conditioning, of old stories that told you life had to be hard. But what if it doesn't? What if ease isn't something that only exists for other people? What if joy isn't some rare, fleeting moment, but a constant undercurrent, always available, always waiting for you to step into it? What if you were never meant to live with your fists clenched, your body braced, your mind running 1,000 scenarios to prepare for things that might never come? And I know how uncomfortable this can feel at first. The silence that comes when the chaos fades. The stillness that once felt so unfamiliar, so foreign. It's like stepping into a new home after years of living in the wreckage of an old one. You might not trust the walls to hold at first. You might flinch at every creak, waiting for the collapse. But this home is built differently. The foundation is solid because you built it. Every moment of self-reflection, every time you chose healing over repeating the same cycles, every time you sat with your pain instead of running from it, you were laying bricks, creating a structure that is stronger than anything that ever tried to break you. And now, here you stand, inside something that is finally, truly yours. But here's the key. You have to allow yourself to live in it. You have to allow yourself to trust in the safety you've created. To trust that the worst is not lurking just around the corner. To trust that life is not going to suddenly rip this away from you. Because you have earned this. You have earned a reality where you don't have to constantly be in battle. But I get it. That's easier said than done. Because even when the external world shifts, the mind needs time to catch up. It needs time to learn that it no longer has to scan for danger, to prepare for the worst, to live in a state of high alert. So how do you teach it? You show it. You show it by choosing to embrace the lightness when it comes, by not dismissing joy when it knocks on your door, by not shrinking away from play just because you were once told that life had to be serious, that responsibility had to come before happiness. You show it by taking small, tangible steps into this new reality. Maybe that means allowing yourself to laugh fully, freely, without hesitation. Maybe that means giving yourself permission to explore, to create, to do something that serves no purpose other than it makes you feel alive. Maybe that means standing in front of the mirror and saying out loud, "I am safe now." Because words hold power, thoughts shape reality, and the more you affirm this truth, the more your body will start to believe it. You are safe to exist in this moment without fear. You are safe to trust the stillness. You are safe to welcome this new version of yourself, the one who knows they are worthy of a life that feels good. And I hope you know, my dear friend, how much you deserve this, how much you have always deserved this. The battles you have fought in silence, the moments you almost gave up, but didn't. I see the strength in you that has been there all along. And it's that strength, not fear, not pain, that has brought you to this threshold, that has led you here to this moment, where you finally get to lay it all down. Because this chapter is different. This chapter is where you get to live. Not just survive, not just get through the day, but actually, truly live. Let me say it again. You are safe now. And because you are safe, you are free. free to explore, free to create, free to be fully, unapologetically you. And if you feel that, if you feel even the slightest shift within you, I want you to take a moment, right now, to comment, "I trust this new chapter." Let it be a declaration, a way to ground this truth into reality. Let the universe hear you claim what is already yours. Something incredible is unfolding. The wheels of fate are turning, and this time, they are turning in your favor. So take a deep breath and step into the magnificent life that has been waiting for you all along. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. If this message resonated, please like, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to stay connected. Continue your awakening journey by choosing one of the videos on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.